Here Borja Bandera, specialist in endocrinology and nutrition. Welcome to a very important video. Pans, pots, ladles, pots, electric grills, fryers are all utensils that you probably use daily to cook. But what if I told you that not just any will do? Not all of them are harmless to your health. If we talk about pans, the wide range of offers, materials, and types of pans is such that it's no wonder you don't know which one to choose. Join me in this video to discover in a few minutes which pan is the best for cooking and for what reasons, information that will be useful for the rest of your life. And stay until the end, where I give you the combo of the 3 best and most versatile pans to always have on hand in your kitchen, based on the advantages and disadvantages of each one. Why does it matter what you cook with? The most crucial aspect of feeding yourself is choosing what to eat. Second in importance is how we eat what we eat, that is, how you're going to cook, process, whether you eat fried or grilled, sautéed, steamed, etc. But not only does it matter how you cook and process the food, it also matters a lot what you cook with, something you might be paying less attention to than you should. There are pans that worsen your health for reasons you're about to learn. Others may not directly worsen your health, but they do interact with the food and alter its properties as well as its taste. There are even pans that can add minerals to the food. And of course, the properties of different pans make them more suitable for one use or another. Think about it. Pans are everyday utensils. They heat up to high temperatures and they are in direct contact with what you later put in your mouth. Yes, you must pay close attention to your pans. We'll divide the video into 3 categories. Bad pans, pans that you should never cook with under any circumstances. Normal pans, intermediate, are pans that you can cook with, but they are not the best and have some problems. And finally, the best pans, those that, if you can choose, are the ones you should stick with. We start with the bad pans, the Teflon pans. Teflon is a material that has coated pans for decades because of its excellent non-stick properties. However, it has several very serious problems that I'm going to explain to you and that you may not know yet. Although Teflon is heat resistant, when it is heated to temperatures above 250-260 degrees Celsius, it begins to break down and release toxic gases. Although it is very rare to cook in a pan at those temperatures, it can happen on certain specific occasions, especially if we forget the pan on the fire. The second problem, which is even worse, over time and with use, Teflon particles can come off the pan's coating and end up in the food. And you might ask, why is this dangerous? What's in Teflon? Well, Teflon contains chemicals like perfluorooctanoic acid PFOA. It's also called C8 or perfluorooctanoic acid. It's an artificial and potentially toxic chemical that has been used in all kinds of everyday products since the 40s, including Teflon coatings, non-stick pans, waterproof fabrics, carpets, computers, and even microwave popcorn bags. What health problems can this chemical compound cause? You might wonder. Fundamentally, but not exclusively, it has been linked to cancer. And in what ways can perfluorooctanoic acid facilitate cancer? It acts as an endocrine disruptor. Endocrine disruptors are molecules that your body confuses with hormones and that have the ability to bind and activate different hormonal receptors, exerting biological actions in a totally anarchic way, and of course, in an unwanted way. Fortunately, since 2020 in Europe, products cannot exceed 25 parts per billion of perfluorooctanoic acid by regulation. Despite its sale being banned in the European Union, there are still many products made with perfluorooctanoic acid in circulation today. Moreover, the problem with this chemical is that it is very difficult to completely eliminate from the environment. In fact, look at what Paloma Fernandez Freire, a researcher from the Department of Biology at the Autonomous University of Madrid, claims. The presence of perfluorooctanoic acid today is ubiquitous. Analysis of polar bear fat reveals concentrations of perfluorooctanoic acid despite living in an environment thought to be pristine and pollutant-free. If we were to have massive blood tests, it would be seen that practically all of us have either perfluorooctanoic acid or some other derivative, although in very low concentrations. Look at these statements. Therefore, it is a bioaccumulative toxin, so we accumulate exposures throughout our lives and its levels increase in our body little by little. A 70-year-old will have more perfluorooctanoic acid in their body than a 20-year-old. The worrying thing is that cells do not recover their natural state once they have been exposed to a certain concentration of perfluorooctanoic acid. The conclusion is clear. There's no need for alarmism. Throw away any Teflon pans you have at home if you still have any. It's rare that you can buy products that include Teflon these days, although as we've said, this doesn't prevent us from being environmentally exposed to this substance, as it's found in cultivated soils, in water, and even in animals. Let's now look at the intermediate pans, those that, while not dangerous, leave much to be desired in some aspects. Let's start with ceramic pans. They are the option chosen by many. They have a good and simple cleaning. They are naturally non-stick. And in addition, something very attractive is that they usually have a very striking appearance with bright colors. Let's say they are the prettiest. They withstand higher temperatures than other non-stick pans and do not release toxins when heated, something that, as you will have understood, is always appreciated. That is, they are very safe pans. As a drawback, they scratch easily and do not have as high durability as others, since the non-stick surface begins to wear out with use, especially if used at high temperatures. What does this cause? Well, this means that they have to be changed frequently, with the pollution and economic expense that this entails. Moreover, they are rather pricey. We continue with the enameled cast iron pans. Cast iron pans are a very good option, and there are people who prefer them over all others. Although I put them in this intermediate category, as for many this group of pans should be in the best category. Comment if you agree. Now let's look at their advantages and disadvantages. Starting with the advantages, they have enormous durability. They are made of iron. They are practically indestructible if taken care of and can last a long time. We're discussing decades, a lifetime, or even multiple generations. Their greatest strength is that they preserve heat very well, which allows for low temperature cooking even when we take them off the heat. This advantage makes them ideal for slow cooking, even for frying, although you know I don't recommend frying at home. Another advantage, although this time very subjective, is that many cooks say that food tastes better in these types of pans. Perhaps because they are the pans that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers typically used, and we have that emotional attachment, or perhaps because they also preserve heat, the food cooks better. Tell me if you think this is true or not. They also add a small amount of iron to the food, although this is greatly reduced by the enamel layer. Those that do not have this enamel do contribute a larger amount of iron to the food, but in any case, the amounts are not worrisome. This, which may intimidate many, I'm swallowing the iron from the pan, can even be positive for people who have anemia or consume little iron in their diet. Furthermore, their prices are affordable, ranging from around 30 to 40 euros. What problems do they have? Well, two big problems. First, they rust, they can't be washed and left damp. If food has stuck, well, this is a problem. You can't leave it soaking to soften the stuck food and remove it later. It will rust and worsen the pan's quality. The second problem is that they are extremely heavy. A large cast iron pan is a gadget that can easily weigh 6 or 7 kilos, and if you're buff, this is not a problem. But a 75-year-old lady won't be able to handle a pan of this type with ease. Anodized aluminum pans are a very popular option due to their heat resistance and durability. However, there are some concerns about the safety of aluminum in the kitchen. Although the anodizing process seals the aluminum and reduces the amount that can get into food, there is still the possibility of some transfer, especially if the pan is scratched or worn out. That is, a new anodized aluminum pan is not going to cause any problem, but a pan that has been used for years could potentially cause one. In addition, they are not dishwasher safe and can be a bit more difficult to clean than other options. As we cannot guarantee 100% safety and without being chemophobic, we are going to place this group in intermediate pans, neither in the worst nor in the best. Three, copper pans. Copper pans are known for their excellent thermal conductivity, which allows for quick and even heating. However, copper can react with acidic foods, which can alter the taste of the food and potentially release copper into the meal. For this reason, copper pans are usually lined with another material, such as stainless steel. However, if that lining wears away, then the copper can indeed start to react with the food. They are significantly pricier than alternatives, without offering much additional value. Now let's move on to the winning pans, those that in terms of safety and versatility come out on top. Stainless steel. If I could only choose one type of pan for the rest of my life, it would probably be stainless steel. Its advantages are very versatile. You can cook whatever you want in them. Meat, fish, vegetables, fried foods. They have a very high durability. If you take care of them a bit, they will last you a very long time. Very good for browning and sautéing food, as they distribute heat very evenly. They don't rust, stainless steel. You can leave them soaking in the sink and they will never rust, therefore maintenance is easier. They don't react with food in any way, so they are by far the safest, and you forget about having special considerations with acidic or other types of food. And very importantly, they are dishwasher safe and others are not. Now the downside, their price usually costs above 70-80 euros. However, don't be stingy, because as the saying goes, cheap ends up being expensive, and this investment you will have to make once or twice in your life, no more. Another downside is that food can easily stick, although its cleaning is quite simple. To prevent sticking, it may be necessary to add more oil or fat and heat the pan well before starting to cook. You have to check, however, that the stainless steel you are going to buy is at least 1810, which means that the steel contains 18% chrome and 10% nickel, or that they are made of surgical steel. We continue with the carbon steel ones. They are a variant of the stainless steel pans. They have advantages such as being very manageable and usually weigh less. They have great thermal conductivity, which allows for quick and even heating. Over time and with use, they become more non-stick, which is interesting. They form a natural patina layer that acts as a natural non-stick. This layer is a non-toxic, not entirely natural coating, and is not negative. It is formed by the grease and the continuous use of the pan. In addition to being non-stick, this layer protects against corrosion, and even many cooks believe it enhances the flavor of the food. You can find them for Euro 30 to 40 more affordable than stainless steel options. And as for the disadvantages, well, first, they retain heat as much as the others. They require specific maintenance that involves, like iron ones, immediate drying after cleaning to avoid the formation of rust. They can react with acidic foods like tomatoes and wine, altering the flavor of the food and wearing away that patina layer, and the patina layer can be lost if you use very abrasive scouring pads or some specific detergents. And they are also not suitable for the dishwasher. Finally, titanium pans are known for their durability and heat resistance. They are much lighter than other options. In fact, they are the lightest. They do not react with food and are generally very easy to clean due to their non-stick surface. They conduct heat very well and allow for very even cooking. Lastly, they are very safe and don't release particles into food. And you might ask, where is the flaw? Where is the drawback? They are usually not more expensive. They are not the best options for cooking at high temperatures, because this will damage the non-stick layer, and it's also worth mentioning that it's hard to find pure titanium pans. Aluminum pans with titanium coating are often sold as titanium pans, something you have to keep in mind and be very aware of. Now, which combo of kitchen utensils would I choose? Based on the advantages and disadvantages of each type of pan we've discussed, here I propose a 3-piece combo, no more, that will cover almost all the cooking needs you have. The first is a medium or large size stainless steel pan. This would be your most versatile pan, the one you would use most on a daily basis, let's say the all-terrain pan. The second would be an enameled cast iron pan of also medium or large size, that is, if you can handle it, ideal for recipes that require retaining heat well, meats, certain fried foods or caramelized onions, for example. It wouldn't be for daily use because it's harder to handle and, as we've seen, requires more careful maintenance. And third, a tiny titanium pan. It would be your lightweight pan, it's very easy to clean, and would be the pan for ultra-fast recipes like breakfast eggs or afternoon snack crepes. What type of pan do you use? I hope you learned from this video. Thanks for being here and subscribing. See you next time. Hugs and keep empowering.